The stadium itself might be a bit newer, but it's a rivalry that still burns hot. And here we go, the Battle of the Bay from Santa Clara. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Carr now on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
808. Go Chief. White. Hey, we're good. 6:37.
Now a Bay Area native from up in Berkeley. This is Marshawn Lynch. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Get down. 694. 694.
Now Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right. He's got a man. Complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big play there. Carr to Nelson. 41 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41.
Get down.
Throwing now is Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A very solid gain of 27. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Cooper was the target there. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A first carry now now for the forward Viking. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down.
Go ahead. 21.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Eddie Vanderdoes there on the stop. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Goodwin. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I got you. Here we go. Go. 12.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They go play action here on first down. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. McKinnon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Here's McKinnon. He spins away. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They start the drive with Lynch. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Who's right? 7:34. Monday, down. 180. Hey, Raider 2.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And it'll be 3rd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Here we go. 7:34. 24.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got his man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. On 3rd down, that is a big-time play for the Raiders. 44 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36.
Monday, down. 185. 618.
On play action, it's Carr. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Ahkello Witherspoon. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run it now with Juszczyk. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. Room to run inside the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Down, 180.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Looking deep in the direction of Coop. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20. And they do finally get him at the 12. A big play there. Carr to Cooper. 67 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. minute 59 to go in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Now Carr throwing on second down. And for the third time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Go ahead. 13.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Garoppolo rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Go ahead. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Hey, gun.
They run it with McKinnon. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This a 43-yard attempt. And Gold is able to put it through. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Go ahead. 21.
Now McKinnon. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They fake the give. Matt Garoppolo looks to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Go ahead.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6.
Wait. By 20.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Push it up. Two strike, Chief.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And complete right side to Cook. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's third down. Here's Carr to throw. Cooper's got him. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now Carr. It's hauled in by Lee Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Raiders on the move, a couple of big plays in succession.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Carr gives to Marshawn. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Final minute now of the third quarter. On second down, here's Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, and that'll make it third down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Down! Lady!
To throw on third down. Carr. And he finds Cook. And down inside the 15 he goes. A Raiders first down. Carr hooking up with Cook.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
7:34. Down. 6:94.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
7:34.
To throw his car. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And Bailey missed it. It's no good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
I got you. Hey, like 20. 80. Hey, gun.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
21.
On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And it's caught by Saleh. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. First time they looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. First man through, it's the fullback Juszczyk. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On the give, this is their fullback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
Toss play to McKinnon. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
Now the fullback, Juszczyk. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Gold is able to put it through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
Purdue, 694. Down, 185. 618.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Here we go. Purdue. Hey, 734.
Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for the 49ers, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they dropped their 7th game on the year. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.